In the previous video, we saw Bhishma declining Satyavati's offer to father children with the wives of his stepbrother Vichitravirya. Now, Satyavati is left with no choice but to call upon someone from her past. This was when she was called Matsyagandha, someone who stank of fish. Once, when ferrying a boat in the river, she met a sage called Parashara. One thing led to another, and she had a child with him. That child was born on an island, was dark in skin color when he was born. That boy went on to classify the Vedas. He is at once the spectator, the composer, and a participant in the story we are reciting today, the Mahabharata. That boy was Vedavyasa, who's now grown on to become a great sage. Satyavati invites him to the palace and gives him the task of helping continue the Kuru Vamsha. Vedavyasa says he will stay in the palace for a year, spend time knowing the widows of his brother. But Satyavati will have none of it. This has to be done now. So, even as he has finished his long travel and looking muddy and somewhat scary, Satyavati ensures that he has sambhoga with Ambika and Ambalika on 2 successive nights. So, night approaches and Vyasa is now in the bedchambers of Ambika. She is so scared seeing him that she closes her eyes and just wants the deed done and forgotten. Once Vyasa is out of the bedchambers, he informs Satyavati that Ambika will have a child, but because she kept her eyes closed throughout the union, that child will be born blind. Ambalika is now sent the next night. She is so scared of him that she turns pale. Vedavyasa comes out and reports to his mother that she will also have a child, but that child will be born pale. In time, Satyavati decides another attempt needs to be made and asks Ambika to go once again. But this time, Ambika is so scared, she does not go herself, but instead sends her maid. The maid serves him with dignity, serves him with respect, and once the union is complete, he comes out and reports to his mother that this child born to the maid is going to be one of the most intelligent and dharmic persons there is. Vedavyasa departs, and in time 3 children are born. The eldest one is Dhritarashtra, who is born blind. The boy after him, born to Ambalika, is Pandu, and as expected, he is born pale. The maid servant Parishrami's son is born perfect in all regards and is named Vidura. Now another conundrum presents itself. How can a blind boy be king? So when they come of age, Pandu is made the king instead of Dhritarashtra. This singular decision to make the younger boy the king ahead of the elder boy creates a chain reaction of such magnitude that it will eventually lead to the war known as Mahabharata. When Vedavyasa is summoned to father children on Vichitravirya's widows, we need to understand a few things. One, this practice is called Niyoga. The children born of Niyoga are to be treated as if they are the legal heirs of the dead father. The person who is responsible for childbirth the man who's responsible for childbirth, in this case Vyasa, would have no legal authority over the children. Usually, when the practice of Niyoga was performed, a sannyasi was used, because since they had already renounced the world, there was no chance they will come back because of paternal affection and claim legally that it is their child. So when Vedavyasa continues the lineage of the Kuru Vamsha, one has to understand that Vedavyasa is in the picture only as a provider for the sperm and nothing more. The children are as equal as any child who might have been born of Vichitravirya himself.